Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Metal Magdalene with Jet right here on Metal Messiah Radio. Tonight we have with us a special guest on the show. We have Tobias Gustafsson of Vomitory and so much more. Welcome back to the show, Tobias.
Thank you very much, Jet.
So Tobias, next year is going to be the 30th year since the starting of Vomitory. So what were those early years like back in 1989 when it was just you, your big brother, and Ronnie?
Well, it was, of course, very exciting because at that time, death metal was just born. It was in its cradle, you know. Mm-hmm. So every band was every band that you could find was interesting in some way, and you had all this. When there were shows, you know, like these small underground shows, still a lot of people were coming to them because, I mean, obviously death metal got quite popular in Sweden pretty fast, as everybody knows by now. But it was a really nice atmosphere, and it was a true brotherhood, if I'm allowed to use that word these days. You know, of course there were some women there as well, but of course there were more guys than girls. But still, it was even the girls were in this brotherhood because I think, yeah, everybody was in it for the music and everybody was there to have a good time. There were never any fights. Stuff like that. A very strong camaraderie, if you know what I mean, between the bands and the fans and everybody who was involved. You know, the tape trading, and a lot of people were doing like fanzines and so on. So it was a really exciting time because a lot of things happened, and as the genre evolved, I mean, you could enjoy, new things within the genre.
I mean, Tobias, you guys were just kids back then, right? I mean, you were kids. Yeah. And you weren't even ever, I'm sure it never crossed your mind that you're going to be doing this 30 years from then as old men. Not that you're old or anything, Tobias. So, I mean, it just must have been like a lot of fun back then because you don't have all these stresses. And what were like some of like your first shows you were playing?
Well, they were just the kind of shows that I just mentioned. You know, like small underground shows. Well, actually, the first show it wasn't a big show, but it was at a local indoor festival with like mixed music from a lot of young bands, but old bands as well from the area that we are from. It was always every year they had this festival in the springtime for 2 days, Friday and Saturday, and Vomitory played the first show on one of these days in April 1990. And I think there was about between 500 and 1,000 people, which is quite a lot for where we are from, the small village of Forshaga. But yeah, it was a really nice show with professional sound and professional lights and all that, and a lot of people. Well, most people that were on that festival had never ever heard this kind of music. So of course we got some attention, locally in the newspapers and so on, which was kind of fun. But yeah, it was really cool. And some of the other shows were like at youth centers in the area, in the close by main town here, and yeah, that kind of and by then the death metal had really exploded. So there were quite a lot of kids on those shows, which was really cool.
And never mind hearing that music for the first time. How about hearing that name for the first time?
Well, yeah, I'm sure it raised a few eyebrows back then.
So I mean, you were in this band when you were like what, 14 or something?
16.
Okay, so was this like the? Go ahead.
No, 15. No, 15. No, I was 16.
Okay, so was like Vomitory like the first real metal band that you played in, Tobias?
No, I had played in when I joined Vomitory, because I wasn't actually there from the very, very start.
Mm-hmm.
It was my big brother Urban and Ronnie who started the band, and they tried out a couple of drummers, and then they got this show, and at that time I was already playing in a band called Eureka. Mm-hmm. We played, I don't know what you should call it, kind of speed metal style, mixed with Motorhead, mm-hmm. something like that. It was like fast heavy metal. So when they couldn't find a drummer, I offered them to help them out for this show, and which they accepted, of course. So and I wanted to play. I mean, I liked more brutal music as well. So I was already, a pretty fast drummer, so to speak. So it was quite easy for me to step in and start playing with them. But actually, the very first show, that one in April 1990, that consisted of 4 cover songs of Sodom.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so because we were and still are Sodom freaks. So we played Outbreak of Evil, Sodomy and Lust,
oh, cool.
Christ Passion, and the Bombenhagel. Those were the first songs that we played live with Vomitory. But then, that was the only show we did, only played cover songs. Mm-hmm. Then we started playing our own songs.
And what were some of the struggles that you guys faced, and what was like your first big break, so to speak, that led you to being able to tour more?
That would be when we signed to Metal Blade Records in 2000.
And you Definitely. Guys still with them?
Yeah, we were with them till the end, and me and Eric, we continued working with them with our new band, which is called Cut Up. So yeah, we're still with Metal Blade. And,
So what comes to mind today when you think back at starting this at 16 and now playing a 30th anniversary tour with so many festivals and other shows you got lined up?
Well, it's quite amazing, actually. Mm. And back then, you probably thought that, well, yeah, this is going to be fun for a few years or something like that, and you never thought that you play, the same band when you passed 40 years old, but. On the other hand, I always, even when I was a kid, I was pretty sure that I would still be playing, and I'm still convinced that as long as I live and as long as I have the physical ability to play drums, I will play until I die. I'm pretty sure about that. So I never doubted that I would still be playing drums at 44, but I never thought that we would pick up Vomitory again for a 30th anniversary. And I never thought of that even in December 2013 when we actually disbanded the band. So
you thought that was... I was going to say, you thought that was it, no more?
Yeah, I was totally convinced about that. And if it wasn't for the one reunion show we did last summer at Summer Breeze Festival in Germany to honor our old friend and old label manager of Metal Blade Records Europe, Michael Trengert, who sadly passed away in 2013. We probably wouldn't have done this 30th anniversary thing either, because I think all four of us in the band were pretty, we were all on the same level of regarding this, that we should, Vomitory should rest in peace. We did 24 years and that's it. But then the festival asked us, because Michael Trengert also, he was the one who founded this festival at the same time. Well, he was still working at Metal Blade. And they asked us if we wanted to do this special tribute, because they were having one of the stages of the festival. They were going to have a tribute to Michael day or evening, so to speak, with the surprise bands that in some way had worked with Michael or were close with him. So and it was going to be a secret show, so no announcement that we were going to do it or anything like that. That was part of the deal. So for me, when they asked me, I thought immediately, yes, I want to do this to honor the memory of Michael, because he did so much for Vomitory, and we owe him so much for, being able to have done the things we did the last, let's say, 15 years of the band's existence, or since 2000 when we signed to Metal Blade. And the other guys, they were totally up for it as well. So we did this show in August last year, and we had such a great time, and it felt so much. It was so much fun to play these songs again on stage, and it was a different feeling also, because when we were still an active band, at least I felt that it was always a constant uphill battle with everything. Taking care of the everyday business with the band, contact with whoever, label, booking agents, you name it, everything, and so on. Also, it was quite a heavy burden, I think. But now, when we did it last year, when we didn't have any such obligations in the back of our heads, it was just liberating, getting up on stage together again with it was such a freedom, to just go up there and play these songs and don't give a damn about anything except for just having fun on stage and enjoying the moment. So after the show, I think we were quite surprised, all four of us, that we liked it so much, because we were like, really, fuck yeah, like that. So we said, let's not close any doors now. Let's see if, there may be other festivals that may get in touch to and ask us if we want to play. So, but no one really did. But then this idea came up with it was Eric, who our bassist vocalist. He suggested that we should actually try to do something during 2019, since it was, to kind of celebrate the 30th anniversary of the band, but also just, to play a number of shows and to have fun together under different and better circumstances. So we talked about it, and we've talked about it for some time, but we never made any decisions. And then it all went really fast, like a couple of weeks ago. we talked about it, and we had already talked with our current booking agent. We actually talked to him already at the Summer Breeze Festival about this. If there will be a reunion, he would love to take care of the booking. So when we talked like a couple of weeks ago, we decided, okay, let's talk to Ronnie, our agent, and he can start checking and see what he can get. Yeah, so we talked to him, and so he could see what he could get for us as far as shows goes for 2019. And it went extremely fast, so we decided we need to put it up on our website and on our Facebook page and everything like that. We got a lot of requests. It was quite overwhelming to get the response, from lots of fans got in touch and, wrote comments on our Facebook, and they sent. So it was, it was really nice to see that people actually still care about Vomitory. I was personally, I was a bit afraid of that, and that's what was one of the main reasons why I was a bit hesitant to this reunion thing, because I didn't want to, I didn't think that it would get this kind of response, which it actually did. So I'm really happy for that, of course. So we already have a few festivals confirmed for next year. Some of them are not announced yet for logical reasons. But as it looks now, I think 2019 will be a very busy year for Vomitory, which I'm really looking forward to.
Well, it'll be fun, and it's like you said, you don't have the stresses. You got somebody doing all the booking for you. They just got to tell you when to go. And
yes.
And then still, even with all that, I mean, there's always 30th anniversary DVDs and live CDs and all that kind of stuff that you don't even have to worry about either. Somebody else would be taking care of all of that too. So it's a win-win, Tobias.
Yeah, it's a win-win, but I don't think that there will be any...
Oh, you say that?
Yes, I don't think I said.
Because...
We're not planning to, and we're definitely not planning on recording and releasing any new albums.
Right, because, that's what I mean.
A lot of people got it wrong. I mean, even some big name European metal magazines announced that we're coming back with a new album in 2019, which is obviously fake news. So I think people maybe some people got overexcited when they read it. I don't know, because we never announced that we're going to make a new album, which we are not. But I also know that you should never say never.
That's true. Here you are again.
Here I am 4 years later, talking about upcoming Vomitory shows. That's That's really weird.
Well, it's kind of funny because I think I was probably the last interview you did as Vomitory, Tobias, and we were talking about never coming back again. That's it. We've had enough. And then here you are.
Here I am. Yeah, but things change, you know. This, as I said, this opportunity with that tribute one-off show last year. If that never had happened, we would probably not be talking now. Not about Vomitory, maybe about Cut Up.
Well, I think people are really excited, yeah.
Yeah, because that's also one thing. Cut Up is definitely not splitting up. We're still... there's some people, a few people have been asking, what about Cut Up now? What happens with you guys? We just continue as usual. Well, we're currently writing for our third album. So,
oh, nice.
Yes.
So you're going to have a busy year next year then if you're doing that if you're doing your writing now with Cut Up. You're going to be doing lots of festivals, it looks like, are picking up on the Vomitory thing, which is probably the best, you know. And it's like you said, Tobias, this time it could just be fun for you guys. You don't have any stress. You know, you got a lot of people taking care of you this time, so you don't have to try to do all that yourself as well on top of everything else. So I think you're going to have a good time, don't you think so?
Yeah, I'm 100% sure. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And I also, when you had mentioned about when you said Vomitory was coming back, I noticed that too. That people were like, they're back, they're coming back. And I even corrected some people, like, well, they're coming back for their 30th reunion, you know. Like, didn't see anything about them coming back forever or continuing on as a band. But like you said, you know, you never know what could happen.
Never know. You never know.
So, Tobias, if people want to learn more, is Vomitory the best place I think you'd go to, the Vomitory Facebook page?
Yeah, I think so. Or the website, which is vomitory.net. Got some, you know, the history, and we have quite a large show archive there, sorted by year. It goes back to, I think, maybe 96 or something. 97.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes pretty far back. I'm not sure. I'm not checking the website very often. But there's a lot of shows documented there and so on. So either go there or and the Facebook page.
And, you know, I think this tour will be fun for fans anyways, because, you know, I'm sure you'll have, like, some special 30th anniversary merch or whatever, and that stuff's always really super collectible and stuff, too. So it'll be fun for fans to get all that kind of stuff, too. And so what else do you have going on for this year, Tobias? I mean, for yourself and all these zillions of bands you're filling in for and playing with.
Well, for 2018, my main focus, of course, is Cut Up. Mm-hmm. We don't have very much shows. Unfortunately, we're struggling to find a decent booking agent to work with. Mm-hmm. We've been in contact with several, but never really worked out. And we're currently writing, as I said, for the next album. So yeah, we're trying to get as many shows as we can, and in the meantime we write new music. And I also play. I'm the live drummer of Niflheim as well. I've been that for a little bit more than a year now. And we have a few shows coming up this year. Next weekend we're going to Germany for a festival, and the weekend after that we're doing a short European tour through Portugal, Spain, France, and Holland. So yeah, and we got some more shows, festival shows coming up with Niflheim in the summer, and so yeah, that's what what's going to keep me busy.
I was going to say it'll keep you out of trouble or get you into it. I'm not quite sure when I see some of your Facebook posts up there. I never know what's going on.
I've managed to stay out of trouble.
That's good.
Yes.
So there you guys have it. Next year, Vomitory will be doing their 30th reunion anniversary shows all over Europe, so make sure you guys stay tuned to the Vomitory Facebook page, and I'm sure as these events start happening or these festivals start getting scheduled, they'll have it up there. And Tobias, thanks for coming on the show. We're looking forwards to this festival you have going on next year, and if Vomitory continues, come back.
Yeah. But I must add that it's probably not only Europe.
Oh.
So we will go further than Europe.
Oh, we
next
like
year.
that.
I'm pretty sure about that. So
well, there.
Look, keep your eyes open for any announcements on our Facebook page and website, and even we're also on Instagram now.
Ooh.
I don't remember what the address is, but it's probably Vomitory official, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
So that's even more exciting for all of us. We don't know where you're going to pop up now, as far as playing.
No, you don't.
So we have to keep it locked to your pages. So Tobias, thank you so much for coming on the show. It's always a pleasure talking to you, and have fun with this tour.
Yeah, we will. That's a promise. Nice talking to you too, Jet.